Good morning, guys. We're at the Chattahoochee River Mound Complex, where there's one central mound and 5 or 6 in a semicircle around it. It lines up with the summer solstice and the winter equinox. Right here is the convergence of the Flint River and the Chattahoochee River at Lake Seminole. Chattahoochee was always in the news for the Atlanta murders. Also, a lot of famous diving, treasure, and also strange bodies found. There's shark and gator in the water, and tons of shipwrecks along the bank. This is the inland ship graveyard. It makes a strange bend in the river. Some of the older boats could not handle it. There is an interesting video online of divers going in to Lake Seminole and finding these ancient ruins that might be linked to the Mayans. That old bridge right there is the Victory Bridge. Used to be part of the Transcontinental Highway. Went from San Diego all the way to the Atlantic. The Spanish set up here as well. There's an oven somewhere over there. There's been really bad floods in this area. It's also a popular fishing spot. Just a couple weeks ago, Jack and I discovered the pool that the builders of the Victory Bridge put together over on the hillside using spring water. It's a true oasis. We met an interesting botanist that taught us a lot about the land, even though he was mocking us about the paranormal. This is so cool that these are old boats.
Oh yeah,
It's a graveyard. Ninja Ronnie has found some squatch tracks too, right over there. Pretty far down, like probably a couple miles down, but he used to just come here and just march and camp out through the nights. That big hill where the rest area is, right off the highway, he spent a couple nights over there. These mounds align with the Fort Walton Mounds, the Collamoki Mounds, the Letchworth Earthen Mounds, and the mounds at Lake Jackson in Tallahassee. All made by the same tribe of people. But my question is, were they advised by the giants? The true mound builders, the sun worshippers? The ones with the advanced knowledge? Hanging out at Ethan's was pretty fun the other night.
yeah, it was cool to see Jacob too.
Yeah, it was. It was awesome to meet him officially. Because we may have met at my store before. But yeah, I just looked at the footage yesterday. I actually put that at the end of my recent hiking footage. It's a nice little mixture. Over there across the river is pretty weird spot. I remember you were telling me about it, but I remember I went one time with my mom over there to the right, trying to find the catwalk, and I went over here to the left with Ninja Ronnie. Saw a bunch of graffiti and dump spots.
And look at this stick hanging by this little twig.
Oh yeah.
It's like an effigy.
It was left here. by the ghost fisherman. Yeah, that's like an idol. Right by the Handy Mart beer bag too.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to come down here and get footage of all of the litter and everything.
Yeah, it looks great.
One day to like put together a video and just like release it, and it's like it's just all of the litter everywhere.
Yeah. It's artistic.
Huh?
It's hard to look at, but it keeps pulling you in.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere.
This is an awesome beach though, right here. If they could just clean it up.
Oh, there's 50 more down the river that are way prettier than this one.
Mm-hmm. I know across from Ocheesy Landing, there's a bunch of them too, and that's right by Torreya. Oh, Crawdad. Here, buddy. Get back in the water. Yeah. He's not doing so well. Back in the day at my grandparents' house in Cincinnati, they had like an underwater river, so crayfish would pop up in the grass in the backyard. It was really cool. Would love to find a shark tooth. We've already discovered boats that have washed ashore. This is Treasure Cove. The Native Americans had to love it, being right on the water. This is a cool looking stone. It's like really smooth. Oh wow. I don't know what it is.
I forget exactly what that's called, but I've seen them before down here.
Is it a form of crystal?
No, it's something else. Hang on one second, let me pull focus on you. I'm really wishing I had a monitor right now, but this is why I came out here like this. I need to
get used to it.
Yeah. Teach myself some lessons.
Yeah.
Hang on, let's see.
I went on Vault of Nightmares last night. They were live at like 1:30, so I popped in and I was filming at that trailer behind my house, and I was, you know, putting my hand in the window, and one of them actually saw an animal, so it was pretty crazy. I recorded some cats out there, but could have been something, a chupacabra or like a gremlin. Yeah, this scene will look pretty cool.
I'm almost tempted to go back and get my monitor, but I'm just like a smoker trying to quit smoking. I gotta.
Just gotta focus. Some fishing remnants and a bottle cap that looks bronze and gold.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick one.
All right. Oh, there's some bones. Bones. Whoa. That's crazy. I'm gonna wait for Jack with the good camera to get the rest of it, because that'd be kind of cool to get that out of the water. Damn, here's another one. It looks like it's some kind of talons, but I am not an expert on random bones, but I definitely am trying to do my research, so it's an ongoing process, trial and error. My first prediction is talons. Second prediction, chupacabra claws. Third prediction, I'll leave it at that. I bet this is an old part of a fallen boat. There's a boardwalk back there that is all torn apart. There's some bones here in the water. We could film a cool extraction. I don't know if alligator. Maybe it's gator claws. Wouldn't that be crazy?
A little bit better now. Using my old Russian lens now. Trying to purchase more vintage lenses. They're harder to work with, but I like the picture they produce. Very dreamy colors.
Hazy.
Some. I have some filters that do that, but I like. They just have different looks. They like creamy. I just like the word creamy.
Yeah.
What comes to mind? Because it's creamy colors, you know.
Yup. The camera, what you were first, setting up with the lens, is that better for maybe a canopy? And since it's so bright and exposed, you need that one?
The one I just took off?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a filter for it. I thought I did. I was searching through my crap before I came here. But I have a filter for a camera that's 40 millimeters. That one is 49 thread size. Thread sizes are basically how you can put a filter on. It's kind of hard to explain.
Do you know firsthand what that is? Nope. Can't tell if it's a talon or gator claw.
Hold it steady real quick for me. I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna pull the big one out too, because it's like a big thing.
You can put him down.
Alright, let's see what I can reach. I don't want to get my shoes too wet, so I'm acting like a little pansy. That looks like a turtle. I don't know, that could be a sternum of anything.
I'm thinking turtle.
Face my camera real quick. Looks like a turtle. Definitely gross and has some wildlife growing on it, but it is really cool. It's heavy. Smells horrible.
Yeah. Ugh.
It does look like turtle bones from like what I've seen online of just like the small parts. those must be turtle claws, I guess.
I'm assuming.
Smelly fingers. I'd much rather have sticky fingers.
Yeah. I wish the sun were just a little bit lower.
With time, with time. Did you do a lot of boating on this river, like right in this area?
Yeah, my dad, he and I, he has a outboard that he takes out from time to time down here. Not as much as he used to. But...
Heck yeah. Sounds like something was creaking and cracking up here to the left, but didn't sound like it was anything too threatening.
That's private property.
But you can walk the bank pretty far, right?
You can walk the bank as far as you want.
Forever.
Nowhere. I know I have many times.
I've gotten pretty far while fishing. I've went definitely to this point. I always knew about that spot. But you could go to the boardwalk, and that just keeps the public property.
Yeah, I want to go up there, but private, I don't want to get in trouble. I've always wanted to see what's up there.
I think for the highlight, I'm gonna have my mom like drop me off, and then maybe she could fill up gas or something, and then just hang out at the gas station for like 45 minutes. Keep an eye out at least from one side. I'll enter through the back.
Well, good luck with that. I have since given up my dreams on the high rise. They are growing fairly often these days. Mainly because they're using it for so much construction.
Yeah.
I want to keep everything monitored.
Hopefully get in, get out before they even know I'm there. That's my plan.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to be eaten by Dogman by running in there alone. Because right across the street is the Skunk Ape Mecca.
Here you go ahead of me for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, slow down just a tad.
For sure.
Yeah.
Those plains are awesome right there. It'd be something if we just saw a giant beast.
Can you stop right there for a second? And get some shots of you, and I want to be able to look at that nice big tree behind you.
Definitely. I want to go kayaking on Lake Seminole as well.
Hey, look over at that big tree limb over there to your left.
Hopefully get the buzzer in the background. I took a picture of like 30 buzzards in the air. I love this kind of rock. It looks like
bones.
Skeleton and bones, yeah. Like that could be an opening of a movie, you know, or just like a dream sequence. It's like an island of bones or like hell. I went to this place called Hell in the Grand Cayman Islands, dude. It is awesome. You would love it. It's all these like black, like looks like volcano little miniature things, and it's like spikes. It'd be perfect for filming. Oh, a cool little lure.
See right there?
Bunch of beer bottles too, sadly. Can you see the dam all the way in the background too?
Yeah.
Damn, that would be a great shot. Come here, crayfish. He doesn't want to come in my hand. I'm getting one of those high-powered magnets, so that'll be really cool to use around here. I don't know how much metal's over there, but we could toss it in and reel in what we're looking for.
See, I wish the sun would like kind of just find like one little cloud to get behind.
Yeah.
Stay behind it.
Or a nice patch.
This is really like the worst time to film like this. Anywhere from like noon to like 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like it's the worst time to film outside anyways.
Because it's right above you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rachel Conrad from 2 Egg TV recently was out here and did a tour. She was walking her doggy back here. Bunch of raccoon tracks. That'd be something to find a human skull.
Yeah, it'd definitely be kind of upsetting.
It could also be like fulfilling though too if we could help provide answers to somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Or if it has horns. Then we would be on the brink of something incredible.
See, like this is one of the coolest sections, but it just sucks that it's so muddy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to slip and slide all the time. Okay, stay right there for me. Good spot.
That bridge over there is really cool too.
Oh yeah.
You ever gone up it or anything?
No, I haven't.
It looks like a railroad bridge.
Right there. Go over my shoulder a little bit. I love this lens, but it's so tight and it takes forever to focus. Hey, can you go over there if it's not too difficult? Yeah. I know it's really muddy, but...
Here, I'm gonna set my camera up over here just so we get some shots of me not holding the camera. I don't like the look of me holding the camera. Like, it has to be done, but I'd rather be a free man.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, look at those birds over there fighting.
Oh yeah, two of them, two big ones. I got sucked into the mud right when that was happening too, so it's just like a lot going on. Sensory overload.
Stay right there for me.
Looks like we got some cloud cover.
Just a little bit. I'm gonna come a little bit closer. Alright. I got what I came for right there.
Muddy. A lot of deer and raccoon tracks back here. I'm sure that raccoons probably enjoy the garbage that's just dropped. Under the vine. I brought some satsumas if you'd like one, or if you want to gift one to the skunk ape if you see a good spot.
I try to steer clear of eating anything when I'm on a hike. Last thing I need is my stomach to basically stop me.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Luckily, oranges have never done that for me. I feel like the citrus is like a purifier for me. But then, you know, buddy Tristan, he's freaking allergic to them. So if he eats a orange, he almost peels over and dies. So it's interesting how everybody's just different.
Yeah.
He said he was busy today, or else he would be out here. I was hoping he'd make it. I got a message about InfinityCon for next year. It's $125 for returners, and then $175 after like December 15th or something. So I'm debating on doing it again. $125 for 2 days, $75 each day. Plus you get 2 tickets, so that's $40. You know,
Not bad.
Yeah, I made my money back and I had a good time. So I feel like what's the holdup, you know? It's just really, I don't want to pay the money and then, you know, 6 months from now they come up with some BS rule, or, you know, 6 months from now they cancel it. I just don't want to be worried about something out of my control. And, you know, I'm going to have a pretty full schedule regardless, so if it doesn't fit in, it doesn't fit in.
Did they not have a money back guarantee?
I didn't read that far into it. I should. He just emailed me. They probably do have a money back guarantee. This looks like we're walking into the Lion King. That'd be something to see a big alligator, crocodile just on side of the rock.
I've seen some pretty huge alligators out here.
I'm keeping my eyes peeled.
They're pretty afraid of everything though.
Yeah. But if you somehow accidentally come upon one and it's young or in between,
oh, yeah.
something's gonna happen. Primeval for me, rogue for you.
Yeah, rogue's better, I'm sorry.
Black water for anybody else that's stuck in the depths. My dad and I went to a alligator sanctuary in. This looks like a fossil. We went to an alligator sanctuary in Myrtle Beach, and there's the biggest crocodile in captivity. His name is Uton, and we got to see him feed and stuff. It was really cool, and they had some albinos. I like the caimans too.
Yeah, caimans are pretty cool.
There's some caimans in South Florida. I'm sure a couple have made their way up, you know. I'm not sure what that is. Do you know what this might be, Jack?
It's part of a shell, I presume? I don't know. That's what's throwing me off.
Yeah.
A little knob looking thing.
Yeah, it looks like it's man-made, you know? It's either a monster nipple or like a man-made thing. Have you heard anything about Yellow Jackets, that new TV show? It's directed by Karen Kusuma, the girl that made Upgrade.
No, can't say I have.
It's dope, dude. It's on Amazon. It's about these girls that are on a college soccer team, and they.
Wait a minute, is that the one where it's like they got stuck on an island?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I have.
Then it gets all culty and cannibalistic. Yeah. It looks pretty cool. It's pretty cool so far. I think I'm 3 episodes into it. And the newest episode of Dexter came out last night, bro. That was the best one. Like, I haven't looked at the IMDb of it yet. I bet it's like 9.5 for the episode. It was crazy. You can definitely smell that there's a couple dead things over here. This is the first time the water's been down in a really long time. I feel like it's been high since the tropical storms. So it's been like 6 months. Dang, this is beautiful clear though. This is probably pretty clean water.
I wouldn't drink it.
But to swim in, it would be nice. The river, I guess, would be nicer, but it's just not safer. At least right here you can see what's up. It's like a little spring, you know? Did you ever swim in your pond in your backyard?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
You ever have any close encounters with snapping turtles or snakes? Yeah. This is definitely a sweet spot. How you can see the bridge, the dam, bridge. I can feel the bridges in the area. Yeah, I'm really excited for that Bigfoot 168. 7 days straight in the swamp. That's a lot. I just hope I can easily do it with work. I just have to know the date and then request off as early as possible. That Wake Up Mr. Cole, you know, filmmaker from Alpha, he's filming some kind of movie this weekend.
Short film.
Yeah, I liked one of his things, and I messaged him. I said, hey, if you need an extra, shoot me a message. He just liked it. Even though I probably have the most acting experience out of all of them. I went to theater school. Oh, dang, that's a cool little gem. Yeah, I was gonna say to ask Nick or Ethan if they wanted to come, but I figured they had family stuff today.
I haven't heard from Ethan today. Nick, I talked to him last night. He wants to have a meeting with me on Friday or something.
Does he want you to film his stand-up special? He's been inspired by Dave Chappelle and Pete Davidson. He's like, man, Pete's got Kim Kardashian. I gotta get it.
I think he had a short idea he wanted me to look at for him.
Heck yeah.
I have a meeting sometime here soon with Mr. Howe, who lives right down the road from my folks, over some ideas for lost and found.
Yeah, that'd be awesome to extend it.
You make it better. Because I know for you that we like lost and found more than the void cat.
Yeah.
I do. It's more compelling. The void cat entertaining yet shallow. The lost and found, for all intents and purposes, is the worst of the two. But it has the most potential as well, I believe.
Right. Yeah, void cat is what it is.
Yeah, it's as straightforward as they come. Well, in terms of presentation, it's kind of ambiguous quality-wise, but for story-wise. Oh my god, I wish the sun would go down. It's so freaking hard to see on my little monitor on here. Oh my god, it's so hard to see. I'm so spoiled on my monitor.
If you had one of those little hood things, would that help?
Yeah, it would. Well, I don't know about on here.
I found some pretty cool bottles back there. And like the yeah. Oh yeah. You think that's from an old boat?
Could be from anything.
Might be, yeah. Might be modern swimming lessons or ancient pirates. All the litter. All the metal parts too. Plastic bags is one thing I just hate seeing. That's one thing that irks me.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
They're gross.
Yeah, they're pretty nasty because they hold so much crap back.
Yeah.
See, it needs to stay like this.
Yeah, this is perfect lighting. climb up through this jungle of Medusa's strings. Wonder if Medusa and Cthulhu are related down the line, because you know they share some similar qualities.
I'm not so sure on that.
Yeah. We're getting to a place where not many fishermen go recently, at least. Yeah, I'm sure you can make that look pretty crazy.
I wish. Yeah, the damn thing about this lens is that I wish it was wider. It's so tight.
Your other one that you just had on, that one's pretty wide.
Very wide. But the image isn't as pretty.
That's the give and the take. Like Inception, how many different lenses was that filmed with? Like countless? 1, 2, 5? Like
Countless. Any film's filmed. Well, major motion pictures are normally filmed on what's called prime lenses. Prime lenses are one focal length, and they usually are very fast, which means they can let in a lot of light.
Mm-hmm.
In which the general rule is the more light the better, but that's not always the case. They film with these huge lenses. I mean, they're massive because they have so many components inside. They have they have advanced focusing mechanics and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that really can make or break it. Oh my God, make or break a film. I hope these aren't mosquitoes I'm being surrounded by, and they are. God damn. You and I both know I don't have good luck with mosquitoes.
Yeah. Really bad luck.
Yes, I do. Hang on one second.
I'm going to be doing my first episode of my podcast next week, hopefully sometime. I just got to get StreamYard perfectly taken care of and like kind of get the hang of it. Yeah. Just because I want my first show not to be like, oh, a learning process, more like I know the buttons to click, you know?
Are you using a mic or anything? Or?
No, I'm just going to do video ones on YouTube just because that's the biggest potential right now is just building my YouTube. Then I could always, you know, you take the audio from that and then put it onto Anchor or any of those. Podbean. But mine's mostly for the video and the live, you know. My goal is definitely for the YouTube to get bigger. Hopefully 10K in the next year. I'm at 1,600 now.
Hey, come back right here real quick. Can you come back right over here and walk that way?
Yeah. Right by the boat. When do you think we're gonna release, you know, Void Cat?
Like officially?
Yeah. Well, do you think we could put it on?
You keep looking.
Can we put it on like Vimeo and it has to be like $3.99, and then we could still, you know, still submit it to these festivals?
I'll have to figure that out. I don't know the legality of that.
Just because like I don't want to put it on YouTube. You know. Like, it would be nice to, maybe down the road, but I feel like it deserves maybe Tubi. I don't know if Tubi does short films, do they?
Shudder does.
Shudder. See, I watched Great White on Shudder recently. I only got like 75% through it, so I gotta still finish it.
How was it?
Not very good.
Not very good?
No.
Shudder really likes to preach that they have all those exclusives.
Yeah. It was like an interesting concept. Like they found like a dead body even before the shark attacks happened. And then they were exploring like a plane crash, and then their plane gets bit by a shark.
Their plane gets bit.
Yeah, like because it landed in the water, you know. So then it bites the bottom, and then their boat, the the plane sinks. So then they're on a life raft, and then they start bickering, and it becomes like a drama. But you know, I'm not bashing it. It just was an average shark film, but I love shark film, so I still enjoyed it. But yeah, I fell asleep after I watched that newest episode of Dexter. Dude, that was so crazy. Did you watch like the first season, you know, the first show of Dexter?
Nah.
It was pretty cool because, you know, it took place in Miami. It was just really crazy because his old life gets found out in this newest episode. So it's groundbreaking. Dude, this is metal. This is probably a piece of a boat.
Hey, can you move across that way? Just keep going.
Yeah.
I've never been a big expert.
You know, his sister in the movie, Debbie, shit's played by Jennifer Carpenter, or Jennifer Carpenter. And you know what movie she's the main character of?
What?
Quarantine. I love Quarantine.
Oh, you mean the American adaptation of Rec?
Yeah. I love how Rec's still going, dude. And it's gotten like
Wait, you mean
spiritual.
the American adaptation of the superior European show Rec? or series
A movie, yeah.
Now it's a film series, so.
Oh, now it's a series?
Well, film series.
Film series, oh. Because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always say saga whenever it's a lot of them. But would that be considered, does it have to be like grand to be considered a saga?
I don't know that how that works out, honestly.
This is metal. It looks like a ancient dildo.
We should go to the Lake Seminole landing.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
However, we should also go by my house first so I can grab my fucking monitor.
I'm down for that. Oh,
More rope.
more rope, homie.
More rope. More rope over here too.
Dang, this is a wash up spot then.
I'm hoping. Oh, there they went. Up on the bridge.
What was it, a police car or ambulance?
Ambulance. I'm hoping that my mother asked me if I could have one thing for Christmas this year, what would it be? And I asked for this, a new lens for my Sony camera is a variable lens.
Yeah.
And it's got a pretty sizable focal length. It goes from 27 to 75.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it'd cover this focal length. It'll also cover like some of my more preferred lenses lengths. It's the most popular lens that ever came out for the Sony cameras.
Wow.
I just never got around to it because I've always had like cheaper alternatives. Because it's not a cheap lens, but it's like one of those budget pro lens, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And hoping she comes through clutch. I'm like, damn woman, I got you some nice jewelry for Christmas, so come through clutch for me.
I'm rooting for you. My grandparents are getting me a thermal camera, like one of those monoculars.
Yeah.
That would be just, you know, cool to take out with me at nighttime. Then I'm getting that magnet for fishing. And then what else? Oh yeah, a couple trail cams too.
A flask or a...
Dang. That one's a really cool one.
Deep in there too.
Yeah. Wow. That looks magnificent. Wonder what year. Wow. That's cool.
Probably ought to Miranda's text. She texted me like an hour ago.
Forgot she had a family reunion
today, and I completely forgot.
Were you supposed to go?
Not that I'm aware of, but she likes it. She prefers I go.
Yeah.
And like I dead ass just completely forgot. And she hasn't really said anything about it, which is either means she doesn't care or she doesn't care.
Yeah, final last words. Smells really bad right here. You know? You smell that? It smells rotten. Either there's a dead skunk or raccoon, or the cabbage man is probably like right up there. Dang, another piece of a ship.
That bird.
The white one? Yeah. Could your camera get like a good over the shoulder of me and then with the bird in focus kinda, or?
I do have a zoom lens, let me see. Wait, give me just 1 second to switch out.
Alright. Cool bottle here. $56. That's the number on the bottom. I'd like to go by the that mound, of course, that I like, but also by the Victory Bridge where they have those markings. I think that would be a really cool shot. Some kind of thing that was screws. That's really cool. Cool thing about filming all this is I can go back and just look at it.
Hey, get down one more time for me.
Can you see the bottle, or should I just put it down?
I can see it. My main problem is that this is such a high focal range.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be very difficult without a tripod.
Gotcha.
By difficult, very difficult. Hang on.
Before this video ends, everybody, drop a comment, subscribe, meet a new friend, donate to the PayPal, research Yo Cheesy Pound Wild Man. And I should just shut up because there's some crazy sounds coming from across the river. Maybe that's just my knee cracking from sitting like this.
Yeah, this lens won't really be the best for that.
It's all good. I just thought it would be cool little idea.
Definitely. It's definitely cool. It's just this is like a cheap old lens.
Yeah.
Like this was like $30 on eBay. And I got what I paid for.
That's a great deal though. You know, to be able to use something you spent $30 on. Jeez. There's like treasure basically in every step. Also debris.
Can you go down a little bit further?
This is a really cool wall face. Top of the mason jar. Put the sharp part down at least. Kind of weird how it broke off. I don't know what that is. Kind of looks like it was melted. It's like Tataria, the melted world. The bricks to the dome. Wow. The mud flood shows itself. Look at that gem. Wow. To flash back to ancient times. The convergence of ley lines, the sacred soil. Energy is never created nor destroyed. It has always existed. And there's a rope up here. And it almost took me down. What's up, guys? We're still coasting along the coast of the Apalachicola at the Shipwreck Graveyard. I have my EMF detector and I'm just trying to see if any of these structures give off any type of energy. There really hasn't been any readings yet, but you can definitely tell that this bank has vibes. Pretty much everywhere you look, there's treasure and just forgotten relics. Jack and I are out here doing shots for future documentaries and scouting locations and just soaking into nature. That's what it's really all about. He grew up on these waters, so it's awesome to share it with a local. My rerun interview with Vic Cundef went good. He was saying good things about you, of course. That was pretty funny how you got that comment that said, I've been listening for 6 years, every episode, and this person is the most articulate experience I've ever heard. I was like, yeah, that's my buddy Jack.
Yeah, that's the English subject coming through. English and grammar and proper writing and speaking have always been my absolute favorite subjects outside of like science.
Right.
So that's where that comes from.
I always enjoyed English class. That'd be cool if it started going off around some of these structures. Metal right here too. These black bugs are pretty disgusting.
Yeah, Yeah, they're disgusting, I agree.
It'd be cool to see like a sonar of this bank just to see all the structures.
Oh yeah.
Just pointing them out. Lake Erie is really well known for shipwrecks too. And you could just like point them out from an aerial location, and it's really cool. And same thing on the Ohio River. It's not like super well known for shipwrecks, but my grandfather knew where a couple of them were, and we'd go fish right by them because that's where the big catfish hang out. But Ohio River had the Mothman patrolling the bridge, and then it had the Mantis Man, the green clawed beast, in the water. It's kind of like a Creature from the Black Lagoon, Swamp Thing type thing. One girl got pulled underwater by her legs. She was able to escape, but her leg was green for like the next 2 weeks. Yeah, it's a really cool story. And then a father and son also encountered this creature early in the morning on a foggy morning. And that's how they gave it the Mantis Man name, because it had mantis-like hands as it raised out of the swamp. One morning, my mom, me, and my grandfather were fishing at this place called Cat's Run, right where it gets into Ohio River. And we saw these two like humps. It was two different creatures because they were, you know, parallel to each other. But it looked like dolphins in the time. But of course, there's no dolphins. That's a really cool looking stone. Yeah, he is. Hope you with the Chattahoochee Nature Trails. We're going to hopefully follow our feline friend. Come on, kitty. Want to hang out? Looks like Monster Paws from TikTok. I made sure to walk on the edge so it was safe. Ninja Ronnie and I'm pretty sure came back the same one, and it was raining, so it was like desolate feeling. Definitely a cool shot though. Yeah, it was definitely the other boardwalk though that like went over the water that I was talking about.
Oh yeah, it's farther down.
Dope.
But it's completely incapable of traversal. It's dead.
That's got a little bit of a wobble to it. Try to stay to like the strong part. Some awesome lizards. Reveal yourself. Yeah, see, I thought this might have connected all the way to the nature trail up there.
This doesn't. That does. Going that way.
All the way through?
But that way, as far as I'm aware, is still incapable of reaching it.
Got you. Hopefully they restore this one pretty soon.
I hope they do.
I know boardwalks cost way more than most people think. It'd be cool to take like a dirt bike down that or up it. Have you messed with the footage of Bob yet?
Just a little bit.
Like going from your footage to my footage?
Just a teeny weeny bit. Yeah, this up here, it's pretty roughed up.
Yeah, this is the one we took. We had to hop off at one point. Let's go as far as we naturally can and then we'll turn around. Naturally can might not be very too far.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, like I said. It's pretty bad.
I'll run ahead. I don't want you to have to break the camera. You got a little bit more expensive rig than me. Nice.
I want to believe it gets even worse up there. Yep.
Yeah, I remember this one. See, I wish I had my GoPro when we were doing this last time. Me and Ninja Ronnie. We climbed down it and up it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna attempt this one, my man.
No worries, no worries. Let me just go like a minute up the trail. Get some cool shots. Hopefully not a splinter in my ass. You should film this though. My little catwalk. Ah.
Go for it.
Dang. I did cut my hand. Ah, it feels like I got a splinter in my foot too. One splinter went through my toe, or through my shoe. I'm not gonna make it much farther, but I just wanted to relive the last memory of me and Ronnie crossing that. I remember this is where we hopped down to the swamp. We circled around. We saw a couple hunting blinds back here. A lot of activity. Nice. That hurts. No pain, no gain. No blood, no fun. Yeah.
Hold up, Junior.
You gonna come down?
If you can come up a little bit, I'll pull you up.
Oh, I don't want you to.
Ah, tetanus.
Tetanus. It's like a ladder. Going up, it's fine.
like a pulley system where I could lower the camera safely.
Yeah. I always wondered, like, when they're doing helicopter scenes, how do they record the audio? Do they record it in like a... When they're doing a helicopter scene and they got people talking, do they record the audio like in a studio? You know, because all you'd get is like the chopper sound.
Well, you notice a lot of movies, they'll kind of use like the chopper audio, like the when they're on the walk, the radios.
Yeah.
But when they don't, I think a lot of that, they're not even really in a helicopter. They're like in an actual like set.
Of course.
Although I did find out here today actually that well, actually, hang on, come back here real quick. Be a cool shot you coming back.
Under. I feel like from that way, this way will look cool too.
Alright, go ahead a little bit. Alright, stop right there for me. Alright, go ahead.
Something heavy over there.
We filmed one scene for Lost and Found right over there.
Where at?
Right over here.
Well, this is right where your car got stuck too, right?
Right over there. Yeah, we filmed the scene where Jacob takes off his blue shirt for the sake of continuity. Right up here, because we realized he just doesn't have it in one scene. We're like, well, where'd it go? But right over there.
Right through here?
Yeah, just like literally before it even starts bending.
Yeah.
Right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
How far does this go back?
Not that far really. It used to go back further when they had a trail, but now like used to be the trail would go all the way up to the park, and it would branch off to different spots along the bottom here.
This is a pond right here?
Yeah.
Just want to look at that real quick. This is where me and my mom should have fished. Still waters. My mom and I for the grammar freaks. That's really nice. Mosquitoes are going after me now. That means they're really mean.
Them using me because
yeah, at least I got layers. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that the skid marks left are still up here.
That's awesome. I don't know what that is. Lost and Found, Altered Cortex Design, guys. That's Jack's first short film that, you know, he put out publicly, because I'm sure you made a bunch of short films as like kids and for little school projects, but that's your first feature short. Feature short? Is that? I don't think that's how it works.
Is that even a thing? I don't know.
What's your joke with the that you always used with the when a girl asks you?
I tell her that it's not like a short film; it's feature length. Yeah. So
these marks are yours.
Not these. Well, I did go through this.
But this was already kind of here.
Yeah, because I meant because this was like the water was like up to here.
Wow.
So those are mine.
Oh, that's wild because, you know, I've spent a lot of time right here by dang near favorite spot.
These are mine.
These are your Jeep trails.
And these over here are another Jeep that came through that we asked to help us, and they were like, sorry. And then they almost got stuck too. I was hoping they'd get stuck too, but
yeah,
they didn't.
Then you'd be all in this together.
Oh man, that sucks. Maybe if you'd gone around the other way and pulled us out, you might not have gotten into that mess, but whatever.
Here.
It's all in the past.
I feel like we've been magnetized, pulled towards this though. This is my favorite mound. It's an awesome little platform temple mound. And it's one of the 5 or 6 in a semicircle around the grand central mound. But this is the most detailed one that we could see that hasn't been eroded by weather. There's trash in here, which is disgraceful. Like, come on, man, get this out of here. At least out of the circle. But this is the Chattahoochee River Mound Complex, aligned with the summer solstice and the winter equinox. This also aligns with the mounds in Fort Walton, Kolomoki Mounds up in Georgia, Letchworth, and Jackson Mounds. These tribes had advanced knowledge of the stars and the spirits that make up us. It's truly a special place. You want to film maybe a little shot of me talking about it?
Yeah, hang on. I got some hitchhikers digging into my damn shoes right here.
Me and my ancestors. And you and yours. You think that? My grandma supposedly has a little bit of Cree in her, so I'd like to do the DNA thing because I'm sure I have a small percentage.
I know that I got a little bit of Seminole in me. A little bit, which is ironic because I hate the Seminoles. Okay. I go for it.
We're here at the Chattahoochee River Mound Complex, sacred soil. There's about 5 or 6 mounds here around a centralized temple platform mound. And then there's 5 or 6 in a semicircle that align with the summer solstice and the winter equinox. The ancient people aligned right here alongside Lake Seminole, where there's ancient ruins that might be dated back to the Mayans or the Incas. So the sacred vibrations and frequencies that converge right here, it has my spine tingling. There has been tons of Sasquatch encounters and dogman experiences in the region. There is also a mystical pool on the hillside that is ran by spring water. The Victory Bridge behind me used to go from San Diego all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. There's tons of ships that have crashed right at the inland graveyard right along the banks. So keep your eyes peeled for treasure or sacred soil, because the ley lines converge right here. And the Bermuda Triangle has nothing on the protected boundary vibes of the Creator.
I wish it was taller. I wish I was taller. Sucks. I'm sitting here like doing this, like, God, I hate that I'm so short.
Yeah.
It makes me so mad.
Got my EMF tester. Let's see if, that'd be awesome if it just started going off. You can feel the vibrations in the air, but this will tell us if there's electricity around us. RF meters have been going off near Sasquatch structures, so you got to think these ancient, archaic megaliths of our past have the frequency that we're looking for.
I love this.
It's cool to chase the
around on me. I have it set to what's called spot focus. So
yeah.
basically, I tell it when I move the reticle, like a reticle in a game, like Halo.
Yeah.
It's supposed to focus there, but this is an older Sony, so it's like, what's that? Look at the trees. Like, so like when I was clearly indicating, look at his face, it was like trees.
It would just shoot off.
Yeah, so annoying.
Have you played Halo in the past few days?
No, I've started my New Year's resolution early, and that's to quit playing mini video games.
So you're gonna not play at all?
I'm trying not to.
Aw.
It just raises my blood pressure, dude.
I feel you.
I get angry, and I need to spend more time when I'm not at work being creative, finishing school, and going to the gym.
I definitely feel that, because video games, yes, there is some creation and continuity and friendship and community behind it all, but I feel like it's a lot of effort that kind of gets put into nothing, you know? So it's like
That's exactly what it is.
that same effort, you know, towards my books, towards your films, it will leave us with the actual product instead of just stats.
The amount of satisfaction I felt last night when I held in my hand like a final copy of the Void Cat on disc that works for the film, behind the scenes footage, and it just worked. I was like, damn, this feels good.
That's awesome.
Like, because that's always been a dream of mine, was to put something I made on a disc that I could put into anyone's DVD player and play.
Right.
And I made it. And so I was like, damn it. And I have a big group photo of all of this at the end of the B-roll, and that bitch that says the official production crew and everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure actually making like the menu screen and everything, like that's fulfilling, you know?
It's fulfilling. It could be more fulfilling, but I didn't feel like spending $100 for a DVD authoring program.
Yeah.
Because I actually made like a really cool like animated DVD menu that loops, and it was really nice. But the DVD author I use only allows for still images.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and made one. It's a picture of you and Nick, and half of your faces is like the cat paw thing. It's really cool.
So this pavilion your dad used to play at with his band?
Yeah, and it used to be right here. This was the ending. No, actually, this was added. I'm sorry.
Wow.
This was added. It used to just be this.
Pretty grand.
Yeah, it's cool. That'd be really cool to like have like a movie showing down here or something.
Another short film that I was in, I haven't really told you much about it. I've told you about Perspective, the one that I play the killer in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And I told you about the one that it's the chess game, you know, the dark versus the light.
Yeah.
But another one that I was in, I play this like drifter, and I'm walking around the city, and then during the same time, there's this preacher in a church, and he's saying all this dark stuff about the apocalypse. And there's one woman just in there, just like mesmerized, and then it keeps cutting to me like being walking around the drifting thing, and then at the very end I get like smuggled by somebody, and then I'm like looking at a staticky screen. It was just really weird, but this reminds me of it because it was like the actor Tom, he was just in the church preaching to, you know, an empty thing, and he was just like, the dark times are coming soon. The clouds are coming over and they're gonna crush the living souls. And he's got like a crazy top hat, and he's got like freaking I don't know, like sleeves, like fishnet sleeves, and he's at a church setting, and he's a preacher. It was crazy. It was dark. And Tom has been in a couple other dark gothic films, but Jake Eckstein directed that, and he's that guy who moved to New Mexico and, you know, made all those other movies.
Yo, are you hungry?
Yeah, I'm definitely hungry.
Wanna go get some food real quick?
Yeah, for sure.
Hungry as shit.
Let's get just I want to get a quick shot just from that corner, you know, on those of the bridges real quick.
Yeah.
While we're here, and then right there where it shows the flood levels, you know, I think that looks real cool. So let's go. Where do you have in mind to eat? I know Hardee's is right there, but I'm down for like, you know, WB's or something if you want to actually sit down. I know you said you want to go to your spot real quick too.
WB's probably about to close. They closed really early on Sunday. There's the new bar, Bleachers.
Yeah, I'm down.
I had some wings from there last night. The wings were good.
Yeah.
but it was still highway robbery because I paid $12 for 10 wings, and they were like legit that big each.
Yeah.
And I waited like 40 minutes for them. I was like, this is stupid.
I need my best bang for my buck because I'm a cheapo.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I can still like tell a big difference using the Sony versus the Z-Cam, like when I'm just out generically filming. It doesn't have that same filmic quality the Z-Cam does.
Huh.
It still doesn't. Like it looks really good. There's no denying that. But like, it just doesn't have a certain pizzazz to it. Back when I ran a lot, I'd run all the way down to Education last month.
Really?
And all the way back. Yeah, it's a hell of a run.
Yeah, it is.
I need to get back into it. That was about 2 years ago, and I haven't really done it since.
Plus the change of elevation, I'm sure makes it tough too.
Oh, dude, going up the hill right there?
Yeah.
Horrible.
I bet.
Horrible.
Were you ever really into biking or more just running?
Did running?
Did you ever run track?
Yeah, back in high school.
What events?
My final year, I ran for a little bit.
Nice.
I wasn't beating anyone, but from like going from morbidly obese to he was on the track, you know, like.
Heck yeah, that's a win itself.
Yeah.
Ellicott's Camp and Observatory, George Washington's commissioner. That's back in the late 1700s when the Spanish used to operate here. And this always reminded me of a mound, but I'm pretty sure this was the Spanish oven that they made.
I don't know.
I wish Chattahoochee and Sneed's taught the history. Like that should be what comes first around here. But the old Spanish trail, and you can see that some of these trees all point towards the same direction. Florida's historic Mission Road. Very cool, very cool. And that's the Victory Bridge. And one of these days, I'm gonna climb up it and around the barbed wire. All right, I'll be right over back there by the where it shows the floodplains. To think that all this was like underwater at one point is crazy.
It gets underwater more often than you think.
Wow.
I've seen the water here all the way up to here, let's see if you remember, there's a gate up there.
Yeah.
I've seen it all the way up to there.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's pretty wild because it's like
alligators in the bathroom.
Everything was swimming right here. Yeah.
Yeah. Holy cow. So you could find anything just like right here too, like a shark tooth or
yeah, you can find
possibly anything. Wow. Last time my mom and I were here, we found like 20 fish that were dead and like cut up and chopped up over here in the woods. And that was just, you know, spooky to see, thrilling to witness. But yeah, here's the flood stages. This is so wild, man. What the heck? March, I don't know if that's 1929, got all the way up there. And then, you know, July 1994, the flood stage. This is crazy. What? And this is a historic bridge. Like, this is monumental vibes. Definitely gonna get Jack to use this bridge in one of our next movies. Bush 2020. Just like Lil Wayne said, F Bush. He bombed the levees, man. Katrina. I know what it's like to be a refugee in your own city, your own country. Forgotten, cast aside. Victory Bridge. Now, that's something special. Right here is the central mound of the Chattahoochee Mound Group. Also the location of the Scott Battle, where more than 40 people died right here. You can see the Victory Bridge cross over the river, and the old Victory Bridge stop about halfway. But this mound is ginormous. And the fact that you can have a picnic up here, you know, some people would take it the wrong way, but I like to honor our remnants of the past. My EMF detector actually has been going off really randomly around the Victory Bridge and over on the boardwalk. Just think about the beautiful outlook right here. You can see the Woodruff Dam all the way in the distance. It's a really good fishing spot and just a beautiful sacred megalith. Would have loved to see this thing in its heyday. This used to be an ancient pyramid of America. The sacred vibes are still here. The true question is, what is underneath? What secrets hold below? Hey little girl, how are you? Let me pet you. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you look just like my old cat Ben and Sterling. We're here at the Chattahoochee Hospital, about to get a bite to eat. This is the location where the Cheesy Pond Wildman is buried. Most of these buildings are haunted. They have history. And this is right where Jack actually filmed the final scene of Void Cat. Pretty wild, pretty wild. Well, not the final scene, but the monster reveal scene. Is that big gray cat yours too?
That's Oscar.
Got you. It's a nice cat.
He's big.
Yeah. I used to have a cat named Sterling and also a cat named Ben that, you know, looked like that. This is an old movie theater. Wow. This is crazy. It's magnificent. Hopefully there's no basement and I fall through to the floor. Some stairs going up. A couple different rooms. The ticket booth. A bandana. Couple bowls. Definitely some cats and dogs live in here. We're right in the historic part of downtown Chattahoochee, and this mural is a perfect blast from the past. Got the Native Americans watching the men float by on the river. This could be from the Scots Massacre. Truly crazy. That old gas station right there, during last Friday festival, they played movies on that brick wall. And we actually met someone who was abducted by aliens, and he gave us an awesome interview. It was very, very wild. This is the old ticket booth right here of the old theater. I'm standing guard right now while Jack's in the theater getting some shots. I just got out of there. What a magical, historical place. I love Chattahoochee. Everybody check out the movie, guys. Chattahoochee with Gary Oldman. Talks about the insane asylum. There have been a couple breakouts around here. Plus the story of the magic man. The fella that was able to levitate things with his mind. Love seeing all the historic brick. Very, very magical. We're here at the Chattahoochee Heritage Park, the central of town. I do love that mural right there with the steamboats. Right on the Apalachicola River was planned for the original capital of the state. Just want to show you guys real quick the inside of a train car. Someone didn't pick up their yoo-hoo. Wow, that's kind of scary. Could see one of these being haunted filled with vibes and old energy. Cool little spot. Probably should lock it up. There you go. Oh yeah. The happiest time of the year, Jack.
Ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho. That's awesome. And this is what we're aiming for.
Yeah, that's what I wish we had.
Yeah.
That's what I said. That's wishful thinking right there for Chattahoochee.
That would be cool.
That's absolutely wishful thinking.
Dedicated to Von Tipton, artist, friend, a gentle man. There's WB's Sports Bar, where we like to hang out. But tonight is Bleachers.
The best small wings around. It's
Yes.
highway robbery. I'm hoping that tonight is a special wing night where they actually discount them.
Yes. We should talk to him about filming a commercial. We should get unlimited wings. What'd they say?
They don't understand.
They don't
They're
understand.
like commercial. It's a video. It advertises your business.
We're gonna test it out right now. We're hiking down from the Gregory house. Not far down the path. I see that impression. Pretty suspicious. We're at Torreya State Park, where Stacy Brown and his father captured the best Bigfoot thermal footage possibly ever. We're the last people in the park, so the time is now. Not sure if the storm did that or maybe the Native Americans over time. I've been told many scary stories of ghosts and apparitions in this park, and told that you shouldn't be alone after dark. Just for the simple fact is the panthers and the bear. Add in the Bigfoot and the dog man, and who knows. Hey guys, we're at the Chattahoochee Hospital, location of the burial site of the Ocheesee Pond wild man. In the 1800s, one was captured in the Florida Panhandle, sent to the capital, and then the capital sent it over to the criminally insane mental asylum. It was kept here for 3 years and is buried under a building somewhere on the grounds. There's many other stories here. Lots of haunting tales. Look it up.